Hi, I'm Lawson.
And I'm Lolo.
We're part of the Living Green Committee under Columbia EcoReps, and our project last semester was reducing clothing waste. We focused on using the clothes that we already have for new projects, and in this we found out about plant-based tie-dye, which is super fun to do, and it reduces food waste by using what you already have in your fridge. It also replaces the need for synthetic dyes, which are very harmful for the environment.
Every year, 2,000 tons of dye escapes from textile plants into waterways. This is a problem because these kind of dyes are made out of chemicals like mercury, lead, benzene, and a bunch of other chemicals that are harmful to plants, animals, and humans. These kind of chemicals are especially harmful because they take a really long time to dissipate. Some can even have half-lives of up to 46 years.
In this video, we're really excited to show you how to use avocados, beets, and turmeric to repurpose your old clothing.
For the avocado dye, we first collected at least 6 avocados or more for a deeper dye. By putting the pits and skins of avocados we used in the past month or so in the freezer, it was easy for us to accumulate a lot. We then cleaned all of the pits and skins so there was absolutely no avocado remaining. After that, we put them into a large pot, double checking that we had removed all of the filling and the stickers. Afterwards, we filled the pot with water at any temperature to the point where the clothing will be completely submerged when you put it in. Next, we brought the pot to a boil, then reduced the heat to a simmer and let it continue to simmer for around an hour. While the pot was simmering, we made sure to prep and wash our clothes and then twisted them with rubber bands so that we could produce a pattern. You can look online and find a lot of awesome ideas for patterns that are a simple and really great way to personalize your clothing like we did here. Then you completely submerge the clothing in the pot and either leave it to simmer a bit longer or completely remove the pot from heat, depending on the amount of dye that you want in your clothes. Finally, you wait. This period can be 4 more hours or preferably overnight. The longer you leave it in, the darker the dye will be. Afterwards, you simply remove the clothing and hang it or run it through the dryer and enjoy. Here's an example of one of the shirts that we made in our process.
For the beet dye, you will need about 5 beets, some water, and a splash of white vinegar. First, take the beets and wash them. To reduce water, you can submerge them in a bowl, scrub them, and quickly rinse them off after. Next, chop the beets into about 1-inch pieces. Next, place the chopped beets into a pot and fill with enough water to cover the beets. Place your pot on the stove and boil the beets for at least an hour and a half, up to 3 hours at most. While the beets are boiling, take a light shirt and fold it into the tie-dye pattern of your choice. Fill a separate pot with hot water, add a splash of vinegar, and submerge the folded shirt. Let this sit for around 20 to 30 minutes, or while you are doing the other steps. Then, strain the beets and save the liquid and beets separately. Take the shirt out of the vinegar soak and submerge it in the boiling dye. After around 24 hours, take the shirt out of the dye and rinse it in cold water. The color will be preserved best if you continue to hand wash the shirt with cold water and avoid the washing machine. To reduce food waste, the boiled beets can be composted or they make great beet hummus.
So for the turmeric dye, we recommend that you use a light colored fabric like white or beige because even though it's a really strong dye, it won't show up well over darker colors. We're going to start by mixing 1 cup of turmeric, 12 cups of water, and 1 to 2 teaspoons of vinegar, all in a big pot. Then, once it's mixed, you're going to put it over heat and allow it to boil. This is a warning, be really careful when mixing and using this dye because it will stain everything it touches whether or not it's a fabric. Once it's done boiling, take it off the heat. Now take the fabric you're dyeing and twist it into the tie-dye pattern of your choice. If you want a solid color, you can just leave it. Soak your fabric in normal water and then submerge in the turmeric mixture. Again, make sure it's off of the heat for this stage. Let it sit for 30 to 60 minutes, then take out your fabric, let it cool, and rinse it with water. Once the rinsing water runs clear, you're going to put it in the washing machine. Make sure to wash it alone with other yellow items or with dark items that you don't think will stain, because the dye will probably run. Let it air dry and enjoy your t-shirt. You can also reuse the turmeric mixture to tie-dye other items.
Thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoyed our video.
If you want to learn more about Columbia EcoReps, you can find us on Instagram at columbia.ecoreps or at columbiaecoreps.com.
See you soon!